Yeah, I want to see where everybody's watching from before I get started here because there's been a lot of people tuning in from other states and other countries. Even last night when I was doing a reaction to the best WrestleMania matches, someone showed up then. And then just last week, somebody from Puerto Rico got my weather up, managed to type in my weather updates. So I want to know before I get started, where is everybody watching from? What town, what state, and what country? But if you're in the United States, I'm gonna be like name the town and state you're watching from. But if you're from the country in another country, I'm gonna be like name the town and country you're from. Let's say, for example, okay, if you're watching from, let's say, London, England, put down that you're watching from London, England. Or let's say you're watching from Toronto, Canada. You put down that you're watching from Toronto, Canada. It's just that simple. Or if you're from the United States, say the town and state you're watching from. Like for example, Chicago, Illinois, like Quarter Pounder put down. Or Louisville, Kentucky, or Nashville, Tennessee, or Dallas, Texas, or Cincinnati, Ohio. Whatever town and state you're watching from. But I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started with the weather update. Let me share this to Facebook. Weather update for yeah. My throat is a little dry, so if y'all don't mind, I'm probably gonna go and get something to drink after I share this. I woke up about a couple hours ago. Yes, I slept in late because I ended up staying up late. So you guys hold on a minute. I will be right back. Let me run and grab something to drink real quick because my throat is very, very dry. I haven't had nothing to drink today, so let me go get something to drink. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I ran to grab something to drink. My throat is very dry right now. Went and got me a cup of Coke out the fridge. Coke, but it's a type of soda I got out. I'm the only one home. My sister's going to prom. My sister is going prom clothes shopping because her boyfriend's still in school and she's um it's a senior and she's going to go to prom with him. And what else? My mom's riding with them. They're going to a prom clothes store, which is about an hour, hour and a half away. Long drive for prom clothes. So what I'm gonna do is, cause I haven't ate nothing today, I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the weather update, and then when I get done, I'm gonna go grab me something to eat out of the kitchen, cause I think they brought me home or they DoorDash something, cause I see a Subway thing in there. And then I'm gonna go to the living room and watch TV for a little bit until it's time for me to go live and react to NXT. But let's get started with the weather update. Another reason why I went out there was to check on the cat because my mom's cat is a girl bobtail. It's fluffy, and she has seizures. She has really bad seizures, and they was just mowing the yard, and the lawnmower sometimes can set her off. So yeah. So let's get started with the weather update. Sorry about the delay. Um, let's go to screen share. Yes, I'm wearing red again. Is it working for you guys? Can somebody comment and see if the screen share is working for them? Because it says it's running slow. Well, there it goes. There it goes on my end. There it goes. Don't know what the deal is. But I'll make sure my phone, let me move my phone over here so I can watch the live and make sure it's working. If y'all if it shows the map going away, comment in the comments. So that way I know it's not showing. I can go back and fix it. Let's go to radar. And looks like we got a special weather statement over here. I wonder if it's for a burn ban in Eastern Kentucky. We'll click here real quick. Expires in 5 hours. Special weather statement from the National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky. For the counties of Rowan, Estelle, Powell, Menifee, Rockcastle. Hold on. I just got a notification. Okay, it's off. Okay, let me reload that again. Well, like I was saying, it's a special weather statement for the counties of Rowan, Estelle, Powell, Menifee, Rockcastle, Jackson, Pulaski, Laurel, Wayne, McCreary, Whitley, Knox, Bell, Harlan, Elliott, Morgan, Johnson, Wolf, McGoffin, Floyd, Lee, Breathitt, Knott, Owsley, Perry, Clay, Leslie, Letcher, Martin, and Pike, including the cities of Moorhead, Irvine, Ravenna, Clay City, Stanton, Frenchburg, Broadhead, Mount Vernon, McKee, Anvil, Burnside, Somerset, London, Monticello, Stearns, Whitley City, Corbin, town I'm named after, Williamsburg, Barberville, Middlesboro, Pike. Is it Pineville or Pikeville? It says Pineville, Cumberland, Harlan, Sandy Hook, West Liberty, Paintsville, Campton, Sawyersville, Prestonsburg, Wheelwright, Beattyville, Jackson, Hindman, Pippa Passes, Boonville, Hazard, Manchester, Hyden, Jenkins, Whitesburg, Inez or Ennis, Coal Run, Elkhorn City, Pikeville, and South Williamson. And before we get to the radar and talk about the warnings and stuff going around, let's look at the HazCams. We'll start with the one here in Litchfield, where I live at, provided by Grayson County Emergency Management. I'm going to full screen it on HazCams. Hey, I get it. We're going to switch tabs over. So here's what it's looking like here in Litchfield. Cars driving up Highway 62. Over here's where the bank was. That lost the sign in that possible tornado and wind damage about a month ago. I wonder if they got the sign back up at that bank. Straight line winds and a tornado blew the bank sign over. There's the American Flag Water Tower, which is owned by Litchfield Utilities. There's Warren RECC Electric, Home Plate Gas Station, so we're going to go back to the weather map. Close that out. I tell you what, we're going to start with the weather cams that's in the special weather statement. We'll start with the Pikeville camera. Okay, I didn't get to read all the way what that special weather statement was. I wasn't looking. I was too busy busy fixing the thing because I just apparently missed it over there in the eastern part. I wonder how people can live in the mountains. Hmm. Wonder how everyone can live in the mountains of eastern Kentucky. All right. Sometimes I like to take a moment and look at the tab. It says, okay, I didn't read this part. Okay. It says elevated fire danger into this evening. Low humidity, sunny to mostly sunny skies. Near record high temperatures, very dry fuels, and wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour will combine to result in elevated fire danger this afternoon into this evening. Humidities will slowly recover and winds will diminish around or soon after sunset. Any new fires could exhibit erratic fire behavior and rapid growth. Remember, Kentucky regulations make it illegal to burn between the hours of 6 a.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern. 150 feet of any woodland or brushland during the spring forest fire season, which runs until April 30th. All right, let's look at Moorhead, Kentucky. We're going east to west today with the weather cams. Turn off the alerts. And it's a special weather statement for them. So here's what it's looking like in Moorhead. Jesus. All right, we're gonna go to Louisville, Metro Louisville. Looks like in Metro Louisville. Brought to you by Lens Alert. Buzzer's off in just a second. So I'm not gonna listen to him while I'm doing a weather update. Let's look at downtown Louisville. A little bit of sunny skies here in downtown. Way back there's the airport. And the last webcam we're gonna look at is over in Gage, Kentucky. But yeah, Kentucky. All right, let's go back to the let's go to composite radar and let's hit play. And I'm going to turn these warning alerts off for just a second. And we're going to look at the storms. It's across the area. Across the areas it's getting storms. So if there's anybody, hold on. I just noticed the camera's off. So here's what it looks like. There's where the storms are at, around parts of Missouri, going into parts of southern Illinois. There's a lot of rain up here. But these don't look severe at all. Well, let me tell you that back. There's one strong one up here, but with the red. But then we go over here to where the tornado watch is. Wonder what level of a tornado watch this is. Pause this for a minute. You can tell what kind of tornado watch this is and what stage. Northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri, southeast Kansas, and north and southwest Missouri. Couple of tornadoes, so it's a low end tornado watch. And and you can see there's a severe thunderstorm warning. It is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. And then these areas over here is like fire weather watches. This is a red flag warning. We're gonna go back to home real quick. Radar, composite. And I want to see where where these tornado warnings are, so I can talk to you all about the color of the warnings. So basically, with a severe thunderstorm warning, like I've showed y'all several times, severe thunderstorm warnings are yellow. But if the damage threat is considerable, it's a yellowish orange, which is what you just saw. And then if it's destructive, it's going to be pink. And then I don't know what the dangerous situation one is, but and then we got a tornado warning colors, which is light red for radar indicated. An observed tornado is dark red. PDS, which is a particularly dangerous situation, is a purple tornado warning, and an emergency is purple pink. And flash flood warnings is lime green or light green. Then a Zer flash flood is red, and then a flash flood emergency, well, PDS flash flood warning is purple, and the flash flood emergency is magenta color. What was that? Wait, I just saw a severe thunderstorm warning. This is wall cloud. I wonder. I bet that's a considerable severe thunderstorm warning. Oh, that's in Cuyahoga County. That's Cleveland. I've got family there in Cleveland, but I don't know if they're watching right now. But I got family there in Cleveland. So let's look at the severe weather outlooks on what's expected for the. We're going to start with the probabilistic. For today, this is day 3. The probabilistic is looks like the higher threat is in the red. That's this, which is that's for tomorrow, day 3. Here's day 4. That would be Saturday, northern Kentucky, up to Ohio and Indiana. Day 5, nothing, nothing at all. Let's look at the categorical severe weather risk for day 1. So day 1 looks like this. There's a slight risk that stretches from Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, up to Pennsylvania and parts of New York. That is a big level 2 slight risk. We'll probably see our share of storms before the week's over with. Day 2, yep, we'll see our share, but it's a low threat. It's a marginal risk, level 1. And I did look up the main threats with it. The main threats is damaging winds. And then there's day 3. And of course, it clears out. The severe weather goes back to the original tornado alley areas. It's like it's playing backward forward bounce. Let's look at the hail threat. What's the hail threat? The brown is the low hail threat. The yellow and hatched is the higher hail threat. Day 2, the highest hail threat, or the only hail threat that's for tomorrow's storm system, will be across Memphis, Tennessee, Jonesboro, Arkansas, a little bit of western Kentucky, and southeastern Missouri. Let's look at the wind threat. Here's the wind threat for day 1. Brown and yellow over here. Day 2. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of in that. There is going to be some wind. Where's the tornado threat? Okay, so there's a 2%, which is the green, across these areas, and the brown hatched is a 5 to 10%, or 5 to 15%. And we got some storm chasers. Let's see what the storm chasers are seeing. This is James Hilger coming from Baxter Springs, Kansas. And there's no sound. And I see another storm chaser. This is Taylor Woodall from Collinsville, Collinsville. I love watching some of these storm chasers do their thing. It's just fun to watch them. Just love it. Here's another storm chaser, Adam Lucio, in Iowa. It's like he's passing by a mill and trees. Then okay. Then we have another storm chaser over here in what looks to be Ohio. Jennifer McMahon in North Baltimore, Ohio. No sound. I can tell that's a small town she's going through. Looks a little bit like my town where I live at. It's a small town. That's a nice looking neighborhood. All right, enough of that. This is the tornado threat. There's two of them. There's also one in parts of Ohio. Let's go to day two. No tornado threat for our severe weather threat for tomorrow. But there is a 2% near New York. So for everybody that's watching from here in Kentucky, there is no tornado threat whatsoever in our severe weather risk. So there's no need to panic. It's going to be an isolated threat, isolated storm threat. And the main threats is damaging winds. In a marginal risk, it's usually hit or miss. So there's no need to panic. No need to get on social media and hype things up. No need to think there's a tornado coming. This is a marginal risk, isolated storm threat. So, no need for severe weather coverage. I will only do severe weather coverage if there's like a tornado watch in the area, or if there's tornado warnings, or if there's tornado warnings, or a severe thunderstorm warning inside a tornado watch, or if there's a destructive severe thunderstorm warning with 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts or above. Okay. So while we're on the subject, let's go to the National Weather Service in Louisville. I might show you the difference between an enhanced risk, marginal risk, but between a marginal risk, slight risk, enhanced risk, moderate risk, and high risk. So here's what the Weather Service in Louisville is saying: quiet and cloudy, mostly cloudy and mild. Lows between 63 and 66 degrees tonight. And here's the weather outlook. Maximum temperatures and minimum temperatures. Well above normal temperatures continue through Saturday. Upcoming chances for rain Thursday and Saturday. Thursday morning. So showers Thursday morning and early afternoon. Conditional risk for strong storms Thursday late afternoon and evening. Strong storms also possible Saturday. but it would be in the northern part of the state on Saturday. Cooler and drier weather returns Sunday into early next week. And here's 0 to 12-hour forecast. Let me turn my fan up a little bit. We're gonna let that go back around so I can read stuff. So the high temperatures for today is going to be in the 80s. Daytime wind chill will be in the 70s. Afternoon winds will be blowing south southwest. Afternoon wind gusts will be in the 20 something mile per hours. Wednesday's chance of precipitation will be across Indiana. Precipitation totals, there's none. Let's go to the 12 to 24-hour forecast. Low temperatures are going to be in the 60s tonight. Tonight's wind chill, 60s. Wednesday night winds will be blowing south southwest. Wind gusts will be in the teens. And the chances of precipitation for Wednesday night. And then we have Wednesday night precipitation totals. We're going to look at the weather chart. Weather charts. Full screen that. So as you can see, the yellow is a severe weather threat for today. The light green is just a regular thunderstorm, general thunderstorms. Flood threat across Indiana and Illinois. Winter threat across the northwestern United States. Let's go to day 3, which is tomorrow. See, it doesn't even show a severe weather threat. It just shows a general thunderstorm threat. So that means that severe weather threat is very, very low. So that's why we're in a marginal risk. But the severe weather threat is mainly across New York State. And then we look at Friday. General thunderstorms across these areas. Severe weather and flooding threat from Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Illinois. Illinois and Iowa, they just can't get a break, can they? They just can't get a break, can they? And we're going to go to the Storm Prediction Center of Norman, Oklahoma. And we'll look at the I don't want that. Nope. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Here's the one I think that's for us. Marginal risk. That's Thursday. That's tomorrow, actually. That's gonna be for our weather coming in tomorrow. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna go back to WeatherWise and I'm gonna search up the difference. I can answer your guys' questions. So that way I can show you the difference. So let me type this up on my keyboard. gonna Google that. All right, so we're gonna share the screen so I can show you what I just found. It says severe weather risk explained. What is considered severe weather? Before breaking down risk levels, it's important to understand what severe weather actually means. A thunderstorm is typically classified as severe if it produces hail to 1 inch, 2.2 and a half centimeters or larger, wind gusts over 58 miles per hour, or a tornado. Not every storm that looks dramatic meets these criteria, and not every severe storm looks dramatic at first. That's why forecasts focus on risk and probability, not just description. Severe weather risk levels marginal to high. Marginal risk is level 1, slight risk is level 2, enhanced risk is level 3, moderate risk is level 4, high risk is level 5. Each level reflects a combination of storm coverage, likelihood of severe conditions, forecast, and confidence. But what do these actually look like in real life? Well, here we go. Marginal risk level 1. Isolated severe weather possible. And the marginal risk is usually green. Most storms will be weak or short-lived. However, one or two storms may briefly become severe. What to expect? Isolated thunderstorms, limited organization, brief heavy rain, gusty winds, or small hail. In the sky, you'll often see tower cumulus clouds, and short-lived storm cells. Things build quickly but don't always last. Key takeaway: a marginal risk doesn't mean nothing will happen. It means severe weather is possible but not widespread. Slight risk level 2, which is the yellow, scattered severe storms. A slight risk indicates a higher chance of severe weather, with storms more likely to develop and organize. What to expect? Scattered severe storms, stronger updraft, potential or damaging winds or hail. And sometimes slight risk, if it's a higher level slight risk, will have a tornado threat. I know it's not on there, but it will. But sometimes they do. In the sky, storms to begin show more structure. You may notice stronger vertical development and more defined cloud features. Key takeaway: a slight risk can still produce impactful weather, but coverage and intensity is varied. That's why they issue a severe thunderstorm watch when there's a level 2 slight risk for scattered severe storms. Enhanced risk level 3, which shows up orange. Numerous and organized storms. An enhanced risk suggests that conditions are becoming more favorable for widespread and organized severe weather. What to expect? Numerous thunderstorm, increasing organization, greater currency or consistency in severe weather conditions. That includes all modes: hail, flooding, wind, tornadoes. That's why they issue tornado watches. In that, in the sky, this is where storms start to feel more proposal. Lines form, structure sharpen, and atmosphere feels more active. Key takeaway: the level often brings more reliable severe weather opportunities across a wider area. Moderate risk, level 4, widespread severe weather likely. A moderate risk, signals a significant step up in both confidence and potential impact. Widespread severe storms, strong organization, increased risk of damaging winds, large hail, or tornadoes. And that is when it says strong tornado. When it says tornadoes in this, it's not talking about tornadoes, it's talking about strong tornadoes. And it says in the sky, expect large, well structured systems with dramatic cloud formations and fast changing conditions. Key takeaway: this is a day to stay alert. Severe weather is likely, not just possible. And then here's the monster of all: high risk level 5, which is purple. Moderate risk is red, but high risk is purple. Major severe weather event expected. High risk means significant severe weather outbreak, long lived powerful storms, high potential for tornadoes and widespread damage. That's when we get tornado outbreaks in the sky. These setups can produce large, intense storm systems with persistent and dangerous conditions. Key takeaway: high risk days require close attention to forecast warnings and safety planning. That's the kind of risk that you will get tornado emergencies, PDS tornado watches, and PDS tornado warnings, and destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. So I just wanted to show you all the difference between the marginal and through high risk. So let's go to the. Oh geez, I've been on here long enough. I need to hurry this up. I've been on here long enough. All right, guys. So let's look at the hourly forecast. Let's look at the hourly forecast. Let's go to home. So it says today. Cloudy. No, yeah. Hang on. We'll do 7 8 minute. Hourly, it's going to be in the 80s, and then 70s, 60s. Um, then it goes back into the 70s in the morning hours. Went a little overtime. Hey, it's worse. Sometimes you got to do this. Feels like temperatures 80s, 70s, 60s. And 70s into the morning. And then we got rain showers. Precip, I can tell you, yep, it's going to be in the 80s%, so we can get some rain tomorrow, like it said. And then let's go to the humidity. Humidity is going to be a little bit up there. So let's go to the today it's going to be cloudy with mild conditions, high of 84, low of 66 degrees. Tomorrow, light showers with rain likely, high of 78 degrees, low 61 degrees with 80% chance of precipitation. Friday, cloudy, mild conditions, high of 80 degrees, low 57 degrees. Saturday, light rain, high of 80 degrees, low 55 degrees, with rain likely on Saturday. Sunday, cloudy, high of 60 degrees, low 45 degrees. Feels colder than it looks. Monday, mostly cloudy, high of 70 degrees, low of 45 degrees. Tuesday, cloudy, high of 76 degrees, low of 48 degrees, warmer than yesterday. So, Does anybody got any questions or comments before I jump off here? I know I've been on long enough, so I'm going to have to cut this so I can post this on TikTok. Anybody got any questions or comments? Give them a minute before I do this. All right. If there's no comments or questions, and I've answered your and I've showed you guys what's expected, then I'm gonna jump off here and I'll see you guys. I'm actually gonna see you guys later when I react to NXT at 7 o'clock. So I'm gonna react to it at 7 o'clock. So you guys have a great rest of your afternoon, and I'll see you guys later when I react to NXT on YouTube. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitch, The King Tornado Man Show, TikTok, The King Tornado Man Show, and Instagram, The King Tornado Man Show. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys. Tomorrow with a weather update, and later to react to NXT.